Dragon,
wake you up of a fine day,
gods preserve me.
It would be too much to hope that's nothing to do with us, wouldn't it?
Stay low. It might not see us.
What are you doing? Hold up before they see you, Gresham! Spare me. There's bigger problems right now than my manners. Look! That lot are swarming all over the bridge. I don't know what they want, but it can't be good. I'm going to find another way around. You ought to do the same. Unless you're looking for a fight, that is. Nobody. Just another harassing fool trying to stay alive. There's plenty of us around. What? Just follow you around? I go my own way. Alone. Rag. That's it. I'm getting out of here.
What's next, I wonder?
Drop your weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
Stop wasting time, Beretta. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
Those whelps are blocking the bridge. Time to put them in their place.
No time to rest. Need to find a way forward. Making me sweat.
Keep looking. Someone in this wretched world has what we need.
Yes, Kithrak. We shall find it.
Don't be shy.
Like a vandal.
I expect you to fall on your sword if you do.
Standing here? What a charmer.
Action, not reaction. Proceeding.
Can't afford to stay idle. Unseen as I was taught.
Your skull trembles, your parasite wriggles. Lae'zel sees your memories of your confrontation with Kithrak Voss.
Voss, Gestil Kithrak, Knight Supreme, an honorable warrior, Vlaakith's finest. He'd have led us right to the crash. Instead, he watches from the skies like a falcon, and we are his prey. Skvar, an unexpected complication. I am vexed. And more so, impressed. A lesser woman would be adorning the road as a shredded corpse. Yet your head remains firmly atop your shoulders. Why should I mourn a Sarth who failed Gestil Kithrak's orders? I do not honor mediocrity. Now, to the point. The creche is not far from where you met Voss. We must go there immediately. Unless, of course, you'd rather sprout waxy tendrils where there were no tendrils before. Keep me at your side, and I will invoke protocol. It is my people's duty to aid infected Githyanki. Enough waiting. I crave blood. Markings. Could this be?
Magical energy courses through the slate. Then to Lae'zel. A mystical map glows before Lae'zel, revealing a Githyanki refuge beyond the mountain pass. The slate also reveals the Githyanki's purpose. They are combing the Sword Coast in search of a polyhedric relic of great importance to their queen.
Zorru did not lie. I will soon reach a Githyanki creche. I must hurry forth. Purification is at hand. blood I'll spill with this sword will feed Queen Vlaakith's legacy.
You recall another fact about silver swords. The Githyanki forbid their use by all other peoples.
Only Gith's children may wield swords of silver, unless a Githyanki grants the right in exceptional circumstance. These tadpoles in our heads are sufficiently exceptional. I grant all my allies the right to my silver. A Kithrak's silver sword is more than a weapon. It is an extension of your will, an entire limb unto itself. You merely need to think strike, and it strikes. The sword carves the correct path, and carries your arm with it. The ancient slates tell us that each sword holds a fragment of the living gate, a flesh portal made from the stuffs of nightmare.
The terrible living gate, thinner than a lamb's hair and hidden deep beneath the Feywild.
The silver injures the body. The gate's flesh injures the mind. A formidable weapon against Gaith.
That contraption's a hot ticket item. Might not be our last scrap for its sake.
It seems the Githyanki are keen to reclaim the artifact I carry. I can't afford that to happen. In fact, none of us can. That thing is shielding us somehow. I don't want to know what happens if we lose it. A problem for another time. Hopefully, we'll no longer be in need of protection by the time my mission draws to an end.
The Gith Knight is as merciless as the dragon he rides. That we still have our heads is nothing short of a miracle.
Githyanki patrolling these wilds is an unexpected surprise. Whatever they seek, they'll not hesitate to kill us if we stand in their way. The very same. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like. To be a god. To know yourself, to be untouchable. To be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel. And with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistral sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistral, the end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly. Loving them has its side effects as well. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go. If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes. I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death, alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
Moving ahead.
Such a pretty song. Shh. Listen. Don't you hear it? It's so peaceful. No. It's just a bit of water. I only want to listen. Just a little closer. Yes, everything's gonna be fine once I get there.
All right, Karlak, it's go time. Got it.
Are they gone? No. Yes. I mean, I don't know. That's what the voice said. I almost got to the nest, but the singing. I need to get back. Mole will be so mad. Wait, you should meet Mole. She'll be grateful you helped me. Find a boy called Donny. Tell him you want to see the dragon's lair.
That scamp reminds me of myself when I was a nipper. Always getting into trouble. And worse. One time, my parents denied me a kitten, so I summoned myself a Tressim. Ah, dear old Tara. Beautiful creature. Benefits of a wizard's education, you see. Of course, my considerable talent didn't hurt either. Well, that depends on who you ask, I suppose. I may have summoned things rather more exotic than a winged cat. There was that magma mephit once. Nice fellow, we kept in touch. Of course, in walked the housekeeper, screaming, yelling, panic, and before you know it, fire everywhere. Anyway, I'm glad we got that boy out of his predicament. Poor lad would have been harpy feed if it wasn't for you.
Well, look who's come to visit. My kids say you've been busy since you got here. Mercon says you got him out of a tight spot with some harpies. Gotta say, I'm impressed. You saved Arabella from the Druids. Don't know what those bastards would have done. And we're happy to be helped. Now, what can I do for you? I do, as a matter of fact. Revenge. You saw what those bastards that run the place were doing to Arabella, scaring the precious mite. I want to steal that big, shiny idol they're all chanting at. The important thing is to get it away from them. That ritual's gonna get us all killed. And we can sell it once we get to the city. Thing like that's gotta be worth a small fortune. Be careful. They look as brittle as old bark. But they're vicious. Anything else? We're saving up for a better hideout when we get to Baldur's Gate. Why? You planning on telling me stealing is wrong? Won't turn down free money. I've got operating costs you wouldn't believe. Come see me in the city sometime, huh? I'll repay this and then some. See you around, maybe.
You came! I have... Here! Mole said I should thank you properly for the harpies. So I wrote you a story. It's about you. I hope you like it.
Something over there.
Enough! We know you have her. Please.
Lads, for the love of all that is holy, I've never clapped eyes on your poor sister.
Drop the act, hag. You was the last to see Mayrina. Just let her go. Please.
Thank goodness you're here, sweetie. I don't know what's come over these boys.
Auntie Ethel's face creases with false concern. You realize she's lying about seeing this girl, Mayrina.
Stop this! We won't ask again!
Bollocks! You were supposed to rush to my defense, love. Fat lot of good you are. Some advice? You ever darken my door, you'd best have that head bowed and an apology at the ready. Bye-bye now.
Bloody hells. She just disappeared. Ain't seen nothing like that before.
She could shoot fireworks out of her backside for all I care. The hag has Rena!
It's our sister, Mayrina. She's... well... she was in a bad way after her husband died.
Started saying weird things, like how she was gonna bring him back.
Next thing, she's gone looking for the hag. Of all the stupid things to do. And we haven't seen her since. And no good ever came from dealing with a hag.
None of this matters, all right? We need to get her back, and fast! And we've no need of a mouthy bastard. Come on, Demir. We'll make our own way.
A chill runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched. murderous glare of a redcap, a fey creature known for its bloodlust, greets you. That noise. Is the creature pretending to be a sheep?
Ah, stranger. Forgive the aroma.
You catch a waft of something foul, metallic, and sickly sweet.
Powdered iron vine. An old hunter's trick. Most monsters will think twice before making a meal of me.
You're a monster hunter? I'm surprised. I thought all Ger were vagrant cutthroats.
And more. We steal chickens, curse your crops, seduce your daughters, the list goes on. I wish I had half the power settled folk think my people possess. Alas, I am a simple wanderer. A simple wanderer and monster hunter. But I'm no witch doctor or cutthroat.
Something terrifying, no doubt. Dragon? Cyclops? Kobold?
Nothing so dramatic. I'm hunting for a vampire spawn. His name is Astarion, but I fear he's gone to ground. I hope the hag of these lands can help me flush him out, if I can afford her blood price. Not this time. My orders are to capture him.
Oh. And bring him where exactly?
Baldur's Gate. My people wait for me there.
I don't know. I'm sure a vampire spawn could still rip out your throat if he felt like it.
He is right, unfortunately. They are only weak when compared to their masters. During the day, we have the advantage, but at night, when they hunt, you'll not find a more deadly quarry. That's Astarion. No. Impossible.
These days, I'm making the impossible look easy. May I? Excellent.
The vampire? It can't be.
Torment!
There's blood in the air. Make it hurt.
fellow wanderer. Forgive the aroma.
You catch a waft of something foul, metallic, and sickly sweet.
Powdered iron vine. Most monsters will think twice before making a meal of me. An old hunter's trick. If you can't mask your scent, spoil it. Today, the same as you. A humble supplicant, come to bargain with the lady of this house. That is why you came to her lair, I take it. To bargain. A more innocent name than some I could call her. But it is what she is that ought to concern you. Her kind have hidden among us since the first darkness. And their knowledge is matched only by their spite. Know how to ask, and they'll share that knowledge. If you're fool enough to pay their price. A powerful friend, a terrible foe. That I cannot decide for you. For my part, I need her knowledge. The thing I hunt has gone to ground. If she can tell me how to flush him out, I'll pay whatever price she asks. Truth is like a blade, my friend. We can arm ourselves with it, or just as easily find it pressed against our throat. I would not put you in danger. You take insult where none is intended, my friend. But fine. I won't add to it. I hunt a vampire spawn called Astarion. I'm bound to bring him back to Baldur's Gate, alive. Though I cannot swear to his condition once my tribe are done with him. Is he known to you? My people were recently attacked in the night. Our camp set upon by a band of vampire spawn. In the chaos of battle, one of them stole away with our children. We've been searching for them ever since. We believe this Astarion knows exactly what happened that night and where to find our little ones. If captured, my people will make him talk. So I ask again, is he known to you? You do know him? I don't suppose you'll tell me where he is. As you say, then I must redouble my efforts and pray my delay costs no more lives.
What can I do for you, my friend? What? Who? What happened? Back to Baldur's Gate. Back to Cazador. There's no other reason he'd want me alive. Of course, he'd send a Gur to hunt me down. First, they make excellent monster hunters, so find a vampire spawn sounds perfectly reasonable to them. Second, they're the reason I'm like this in the first place. It was a group of Gur that attacked me that night in Baldur's Gate. I would have died had Cazador not appeared and saved me. Perhaps. He probably thought it was funny. But more likely, he's trying to send me a message. He's reminding me of his power. Even in the middle of nowhere, he can reach me. And he wants me back. Concerned? Do you know the power Vampire Lord possesses? He can change shape, turn into mist, call walls to do his bidding, shrug off blows like they're nothing. He could walk into our camp tonight and kill you with his bare hands. And you'd be lucky if death was the worst thing that happened to you. First, we have to... I don't know. Well, if we kill his lackeys, he'll just send more. We just have to be vigilant, keep our wits about us, and kill any monster hunters on sight.
Is ever easy. Another day, another fight. Still on my feet. Must be the trail from the note to Gorga. What's that cleft there?
Why are you here? I sent you to Zevlor. What?
That damn nose of yours has gone poking in our business.
Mistress Ollerton, I can explain.
Shh. No need. It couldn't be helped.
Quagga! What is the meaning of this?
You think yourself quite the spy, don't you? Go on, tell him.
What's in there? Cloakwood? Quagga, have you lost your mind?
Halsin is weak, Wrath. But in the shadows, we are strong. We are safe. There is no other way.
You and Halsin welcome untouchables to your midst. You defile the grove for the sake of harmony.
Ollerton speaks truth. Who among you disagrees? Who would see this grove in ruin?
The choice is made. Quagga, burn the tainted away. Start with the snitch.
As you say, Ollerton. With the grove taken for Cloakwood, the Circle will see that I'm right. The Great Mother will guard us from all danger. No. You twist the teachings. In harmony, we perish. In shadow, we are pure.
Quagga's voice breaks and her lips tremble. She heard reason in your words. Quagga eyes you intently as you speak the text etched into the frescoes. By claw and tooth, from root to thorn, the old oak's grove to wildlings sworn. The forest rose with claw and tooth to tear the darkness from its roots. In darkest hour a concord made, twixt harp and wild against the shade. The towers seized, the battle done, the moonrise broke the darkest one.
When the darkest hour fell, it was us that brought light. Sylvanas demands we illuminate shadow, not hide within it. How was I so blind?
Careful, Quagga. The shadows don't forgive.
I belong to the shadows no longer. You've no power over me.
You would question my power. Mother Earth, hear me. Grant me your wrath.
did.
The ritual was flawed. It could have damaged the grove.
And if the goblins get in here, what will happen to the grove? To us?
We'll find another way to stop them. We must.
You once called me a monster. Seems I've proven you right. Sylvanas bid me to protect my people from harm. Yet I was the one to inflict it. There was but one druid who guarded the circle, who protected our ways. We are forever in your debt. You burn like fire. You howl like wind. You are Faith Warden. Take our gift, and be known. May I not be the last monster you vanquish. When you speak, the circles will listen. Among druids, your words will shine brighter than sun. I endangered a child. I betrayed the circle's trust. We will stop the rite, and I will stand trial. My fate lies with Sylvanas. May he have mercy. We will grant them safe harbor until they depart. Meanwhile, help us contend with the goblins. Perhaps we can dissuade them from attacking. It began with a letter. There was no messenger. It simply appeared. Olladin came soon after. An army was coming, she said. Goblins, drow, and more still. Legions upon legions. The druids of Cloakwood knew the dangers this would bring. They ordained that all circles cast the rite to shelter from the storm. Olladin taught me to harness the Tree Father's power to wall us in. In return, well, you know the rest. I would turn the grove over to them. I won't forget the wounds I've inflicted. I pray Halcyon returns to heal them in full. If it's an argument you seek...
You have saved Korga from herself. I cannot thank you enough. When did this start?
The first letter from Cloakwood came a season ago. But when Halcyon departed, the shadows truly took root. I should have resisted. It should have been different.
I had a feeling you'd be back. Thanks. See you in Baldur's Gate, I hope. Now scram, before I get emotional. You'll never see us coming.
Risk being in open view.
Let's see what you're hiding.
Little bit of this, little bit of that.
Another step forward.
Just once. Yeah, just once.
I'm told the druids have stopped their damn chanting. What happened? Truly, Ilmater's ashes. I never thought she would actually see reason. Thank you. We still have the goblins to contend with, but you've given us time to prepare. I'll ensure my people make the most of it. It pains me that I have nothing to give you in thanks. If you can clear the road of goblins, as you say, I'll ensure a reward is gathered for you.